You can see all of it. Alright. We're back reacting.
Yes. To the new Falcon and Winter Soldier?
The final trailer.
Final trailer.
Because it comes out on Friday, and as we're recording this, it's Tuesday. Doesn't it feel good to be back reacting to Marvel? Right, so we're going to quickly say this, right? First of all, we don't know everything about this. Katie knows more about this than most. She doesn't know everything. I don't know everything.
I mean, I don't know most. I wouldn't say I know
also
more about this than most. But
although we say comment on the videos, we would prefer it, and this is probably not going to happen. I'm just wasting my breath here. We would prefer it if you watched the entire video before you comment, because what we're finding is that people aren't watching the entire video, commenting, and then not watching, because they're commenting things to us, calling us certain things, and having opinions.
On one specific video from a specific fan base, shall we say, or a very small group of people from that fan base.
They were very critical about things that we were saying without actually watching the video, because if they'd watched the video, they would have seen exactly what we said.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about that. That's not this video. This is Marvel.
But that was a disclaimer that we don't know everything about this. So if you get offended by it, don't take it personally.
Yeah, please don't take it personally. We don't know everything. I know I act like I do know everything, but that's because most of the time the things that I know are things that are actually...
When you speak confidently, it's because you know it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Also, quick disclaimer, we are very sarcastic. We make a lot of sarcastic comments, and I think there are a lot of people who seem to take them as
serious
gospel.
Comments.
Yeah, that we're actually being serious. We're not. I would like to think that you can tell when we're being serious and when we're joking, but
we have to understand that we're very British, and there might be people that outside of the UK that don't understand our sarcasm.
Yeah. So, only human. Anyway, this is the final trailer for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I'm stoked about because I think it's going to be cool as heck. So we're just going to watch it, see what new footage there is. We've got a general idea of... No, we haven't actually. That's a complete lie. Not a general idea. We have got no idea.
I feel like, again, from the last trailer, they are deliberately not giving us any specific plot, so we kind of...
Yeah. So we'll watch it and we'll see what we can
see. Hopefully more ZEMO, because we didn't see much of ZEMO in the last one.
Yeah.
Ooh. It feels like it belongs to someone else.
Yeah.
That shield represents a lot of things to a lot of people.
Good job, Anthony Mackie. When he did that, actually did that flip. It was cool.
That was very Captain America.
Symbols are nothing without the women and men that give them meaning. We need someone to inspire us again.
It's Captain Independence Day.
The world's more complicated now.
We're never gonna stop. This world is ours. There's no going back.
It doesn't have to be a war.
It already is.
We can't lose this fight.
Red Wing?
If we do this, we're gonna do it our own way. So we're partners, co-workers. Not necessarily a team. No.
But they are at the end.
We look damn good, though.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't got anything there was. I don't have a clue what this is about. I don't know anything about Marvel. I don't know anything. Alright? I don't know anything. Okay? There, I said it. End the video. Roll the credits. I haven't got a clue. I don't have a clue.
Every time I feel like I'm getting some kind of inkling, it's like it just gets wiped by the next teaser trailer in the similar way they did with WandaVision.
Yeah, so I've got a few things that I'm going to start off by saying. First of all, I'm absolutely 100% certain that my prediction, that's now making the rounds on the internet, but it was my prediction first, that this is going to start with Steve Rogers' death.
I did see, and sorry if this is a spoiler to any of you if you care, but I did see that apparently there's talks about the first episode is going to be called like Goodbye Cap or something.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be a funeral scene,
I am pretty certain that this starts with Steve Rogers,
especially
funeral.
Those scenes of Sam. It looks like he's given a kind of eulogy.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
This also looks like the place where. Does it? No, maybe it doesn't.
I don't think it does.
No, anyway.
I think this is because we talked about it in one of the last previous ones. I think they are still kind of on the run, or not so much on the run, but in hiding. Like
they've become secret agents as opposed to.
Well, it's like the government are kind of like, okay, you guys did help with Thanos. They did everything with Thanos. The government didn't do anything, but so we're not after you anymore. But we can't just forget the Accords are still around. So you have to be in hiding until we can calm people down.
Yeah.
Basically, I think is what I think this might be. And this looks like it's kind of like a rundown. It's not
safe house.
Like, yeah.
So the other thing that I'm going to say about this, and it might be controversial considering the title, I think this is a film about the Falcon. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's barely going to be about the Winter Soldier. I think it's going to be completely about the Falcon.
Well, apparently, Sebastian Stan said that in this you see a lot more of like Bucky's trauma, like not so much trauma, like him dealing with like the repercussions of like the 80 years that he was being controlled or something. So I do think this is going to be about both of them, but I think it's going to be in different ways.
But I think the amount of stuff that it's shown us about, and it might just be Marvel playing with me again, but it almost everything seems to be revolving around Falcon. He's in almost every fight scene. It seems like he's in almost every scene. I think this is going to be completely about the Falcon.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, we haven't seen as much about the Falcon as we have, say, Bucky. Because in the first Avenger, although it was Captain America's origin, that did kind of a lot of that origin was revolved around Bucky, and then the same for the second movie and the third movie. Really, all the Captain America movies we saw. It's
easier just to say that Bucky's been in more of the MCU than Falcon has, because Falcon's been in I think he was in maybe one movie without Captain America in it, and it was Ant-Man.
But apart from that, you can't really say that though. It was more of an appearance, wasn't it?
Yeah, but still, apart from that, Bucky's been more integral to the story than.
Well, that's what my point was, that we've seen more of like Bucky's like
life.
Yeah, compared to Sam's. Yeah. Sam kind of just came in. We kind of was just like, he's this new friend of Captain America, and now he's like helping him. Like, whereas Bucky, we saw like pre-war, then we saw like mind controlled, and then we saw like after that. So it's a bit more. It would make sense that this is more revolved around Falcon in that sense, that we see more of him.
Yeah. So let's have a quick look through and see what we can decipher. I love it.
He throws the shield at you.
It feels like it belongs to someone else.
This looks like it's trained.
So cool.
That shield represents a lot of things to a lot of people.
That's a cool line.
The shield represents a lot of things to a lot of different people.
Yeah. That's a really cool line.
Which I feel like probably sums up the series. If there's one thing I could say that I think the series is going to be based around, it's going to be the idea of, can Sam be the next Captain America?
Yeah. I know everyone's sort of saying this is going to be the series that we see who the next Captain America is. I would be completely fine with if they went, right, okay, there isn't another Captain America. Yeah. This is just Falcon and it's just the Winter Soldier. That's why Captain Independence Day gets stopped and it's not a thing. And they just say...
I would like to see... Because I was kind of like, when it came down to who was going to get the shield after Steve Rogers, I was kind of like, it was kind of a toss-up between the two of them. I'd have been more than happy with either. I would like the idea of them going, okay, neither of us is specifically Captain America, but they both use the shield in a way. Because Bucky uses the shield probably more throughout all the movies than Sam did. So I feel like that would be cool to see him continue to use the shield. But Sam also, like, I feel like that'd be cool, Sam flying with it, you know? I just have
Symbols are nothing without the women and men.
Yeah, this is so funeral.
Yeah.
That's so funeral.
What does that say? Oh, can you see what it says?
That give them meaning.
Yeah, that's it. Steve is the... That's a Steve.
So that's got to be some kind of funeral.
I'm pretty sure it's a funeral.
That's it. That's like Sharon Carter at Peggy Carter's funeral, isn't it?
He's wearing black tie, so you know.
Well, I mean, you know,
it's not white tie; it's black tie. You know, because white tie is like a brighter tie tends to be more with parties. If you know what I mean. Black tie tends to be
maybe you just thought it went with the
formal
suit.
occasions.
Maybe you just thought it went with the suit.
It does go with the suit. Pocket hanky though.
Come on, Sean.
And that give them meaning.
Nothing says Captain America like a motorbike and a backpack.
It has the OJ shield, which is cool.
Does it have? That's actually, hold on. Is it really the OJ shit?
That's the shield he had in like the when he was doing like all the plays and stuff. Sure, like.
No, it's not. You know.
It is.
It's not. It's not the. It's not the real one.
Not the real one, but
That's a shame.
I mean, like the one that he had when he was doing like like he was on the stage and stuff, and he was like punching Hitler and stuff. It's that shield, isn't it? Looks like it.
The meaning.
That's the audio shield I meant, the one before he got the vibranium one.
No, I mean it's not the one that he had. Because the one that he had that he was using gets punched by Red Skull and it's got a big dent in it. So that's obviously it's meant to be the same shield, but it's not the actual shield.
Okay, sorry. The design is very reminiscent of the OJ shield. Sorry.
No, this design is the same. What I'm saying is it's not that actual one.
Okay. Well, maybe they just push out the dents. It looks like he's looking into a shop window.
Yeah, he's been very. I wonder if he's thinking, do I get the Twix or do I get the Mars bar? Do they have those in America?
I don't know.
I don't think they had them when we went.
Don't think so.
Need someone to inspire us again.
So that for me, we talked about this before. I do feel like it's more than likely this is going to be it's going to be like the government going, okay, we don't think you should be Captain America. He is
Captain America.
Like
Captain
our
Independence
chosen Captain America.
Yeah. But then the thing then becomes, is that a public funeral for Steve Rogers?
Well,
or is that
what did he say there? Because it sounds like he... I'll go back.
I control the mouse.
Someone to inspire us again.
So to me, someone that can inspire us again sounds like either they're making it out as though they've taken the shield off Steve Rogers and that they haven't like publicly announced he's dead, or they have it is public that he's dead and that's their way of introducing a new...
Yeah, just stop kicking that one tin that's on the floor. Yeah.
So yeah, because I know originally we thought they wouldn't tell people, but it seems from that line that they probably are.
Yeah. Captain Independence dead? What?
I just know I'm not gonna like that whole stuff of like them having someone else.
The world's more
I feel bad for Sam.
Who's that? That's who I thought that was Tom Ellis, but I don't think it is.
No.
It's not Tom Ellis.
Well, this is the gang, isn't it?
Yeah. That's red-headed lass.
Mm-hmm.
more complicated now.
I thought these would be super soldiers from the last one, but
And it makes it in this trailer. I thought she was the leader, but it makes out as if she's not. That he's the leader. But I don't think either of them are. I don't think either of them are the leader. I think it's either a government higher up that's the leader, or it's someone obvious like ZEMO or.
I know, but ZEMO appears as though he's going to be helping them at times. Isn't he? Do you not think?
Oh. Also, just a quick thing. I love every single shot in this of him flying. I think it all looks cool.
Isn't it?
It just everything about it looks cool. He's just cool.
I like the little details of the wings.
We're never gonna stop.
Did you say they're never going to stop?
We're never going to stop.
Oh, I should they're never going to stop.
It's weird that they're not showing us anything of ZEMO.
Other than maybe the odd two. I think we've seen two. We've seen this, and we've seen him in like.
Well, we've seen him.
Sam and Bucky.
We've seen him do this. We've seen him walking. We've seen him standing in front of the big altar thing, and we've seen him holding the gun. That's literally all we've seen.
Which, usually when that's the case, it's because it's like every scene they're in is pivotal. Because that's what they did in the Civil War trailer. They didn't really show you anything of him in Civil War.
That's what they've done with most of the trailers. It's like you see little snips, but they're almost all taken out of context.
Yeah, it's making it out as though Zemo's gonna be the bad guy, but I don't think he is. I think it's more likely he's like the government's trying to rehabilitate him and he's helping Sam and Bucky. I feel like that's more than likely.
Or it could be like a WandaVision thing, in that there is the obvious bad guy who you might think that we don't know, because WandaVision, although I knew that it was, I knew it was Agatha. Not everyone knew that it was Agatha. He's going to be like a sort of, who the...
Hayward.
Yeah. He's going to be like a sort of him, in that he's doing good, but he's also bad.
It's general, like... Well, Hayward's kind of different because he was a bit of a noob, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So you think he's going to be like... He has good intentions, but his way of going about them is going to be bad. Okay.
That's a cool mask.
I'm just curious. I haven't seen anything of that anyone said online about what that symbol is.
It's the red hand of Sauron. Saruman.
Okay. Because usually stuff like this, people are straight away like, oh, this is from this comic book, this is from that. I haven't seen anything like that. Probably it's either like they've created like the wrong gang, or it's going to be like
a changed version.
Yeah, like
This world is ours.
This world.
Is that Bucky, or is that one of them? It's hard to tell, isn't it? I think it's Bucky.
It could be. He has a black and gold arm, doesn't he? It could be Bucky.
That's a cool shot.
There's no going back.
That is also a cool shot. So there's people with guns walking down spiral
Well, that's
stairs.
them, isn't it? It's the guy. It's the. Well, I'm calling
the
them a
gang.
gang. Well, that's when they're robbing the bank.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a war.
It already is.
So there's definitely more of them than just was in that camp.
Yeah. It's what I'm curious to know is the motivations behind it, because I originally thought it might have been super soldiers that were just like mad at the government for some reason. This seems like they might just be regular people that's like been neglected. Maybe like
I don't think she's a regular person.
I don't think she might not be, but she might be the one that's like leading all these. There might be the odd few of them that aren't.
I don't think any of them are normal people, because we saw him jumping out the bank and he just lands quite easily. We see her do a big jump and catch Red Wing, and they also all overpower Bucky, who's got adamantium for
vibranium. He's got vibranium. Adamantium.
Oh, it's the same bloody thing.
No, it's not.
Shut up.
I know, but it's like 1 minute it's making it seem like they are like these super soldiers, or they're enhanced in some way, but then it's like the way like they presented in this makes it seem like they're just homeless people.
I think that it's going to be that it's government made super soldier serum, and they were sort of cast out
because it wasn't like perfect or something.
And then that's them going, and that's where the government aspect. Yeah.
I
think that's where the government aspect will come into it. That's cool. Love that.
I like the fact to see Red Wing as well.
Yeah, you see Red Wing, you see Falcon flying, and him
running.
Does he not? Do you not think he runs like Steve? I think he runs like Steve Rogers. That sort of really manly.
I was going to say, I really hope that Sam picks him up there. Because there's a comic thing where like Sam, because like in the comic Sam carries him, and like he's shooting as he's carrying him.
I hope there's a shot where he's running and he's like running as fast as because we all know he can run quickly, and I hope that he's flying next to him, sort of flying next to each other. I think that'll be the like. I mean,
he's a super soldier, so he probably could keep up, couldn't he? If he's flying.
Well, we saw him running down the road in
yeah.
Civil War. It's one of my favourite scenes. Absolutely love that
chase scene.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene.
With Panther chase, I love that scene. Absolutely love it.
What? That was a cool one. So I reckon if we're going off what you said about this being like they're like casted out government
super soldiers,
then this is probably like the serum they're going after, or potentially like some kind of like technology. Stop, Pepper.
Sorry, what it might be is this might be like one of the sort of first episodes where they don't know what they're going after, right? They just know that there's an attack.
Right.
They fail, they don't get them here, and then they get the super soldier serum and they start building an army. That's
which is why I see more of them later on. Yeah. Right. Okay.
I think this might be like one of the very first episodes. And then because they do that thing where where there's that sort of back and forth that they have about him not having a plan, and he sort of jumps out of the plane. It might be something like that as well, and that's why they have the sort of therapy session.
God, that's going to be a cool scene when they.
Absolutely not a normal person. I can't jump that high, can you?
Well, I mean, as someone that jumps often. like
Was that sarcasm?
Yes.
I'm with the people. I couldn't tell that was sarcasm.
It's like, I mean, no, I can't jump that high. I don't know anyone that can particularly just jump that high normally.
Not Red Wings.
Lose this fight.
I like his shield. See, see, that's why I would be more than happy if they just went, do you know what? We don't need another Captain America. We have the Falcon and we have the Winter Soldier. Those are our heroes. They're not sidekicks anymore. They are heroes.
Yeah.
If we do this,
Looks like it's from Joe, like when you saw it was in one of the teasers where like Zemo's pointing the gun at Bucky and then it shows you Bucky like dropping the bullets from his hands.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like that could be from that. Which I think is going to be when like, I don't know, it's like Bucky's trying to, like, is going to kill him and then is like, I'm not a bad guy anymore.
Yeah.
And he like unloads his gun.
I really
Cool
like
scene.
this shot.
Yeah. Subtle suit though, going after him.
Yeah, they were. I like that as well. I like him catching and throwing knife. I will say, however, it's a shame because it's not as cool as the one from The Mummy Returns. Because in The Mummy Returns, he throws the knife at him and he goes, and catches it like that and then throws it back at them.
I mean, you know.
Catches it sort of in between his fingers. And he's just a magi. Get your act together, Winter Soldier. That's all I'm saying.
So you...
carry on.
Okay. I feel like this is slightly more accurate to what would actually happen if someone was to catch a knife. I don't think you could effectively catch, like, scissor pinch.
Well, you could if you're a warrior for God. Clearly, the Winter Soldier is not a warrior for God. That's what Rick is in Mummy 2. He's a warrior for God. He's a magi.
That doesn't just mean you can just catch a blade between your fingers.
Yes, it does.
Without, like, slicing your whole hand.
Yes, it
If
does.
someone tried to do that, it would just cut straight through.
Clearly, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know about catching knives. We people who do know how to catch knives know that this is very... I just bit my tongue. Oh!
Hey, you're acting. Come on.
we're gonna do it our own.
Who is that?
No idea.
Is that... That looks too smart to be Bucky.
Yeah.
Looks too smart to be Sam.
I don't think it's Bucky or Sam. That might be Zemo.
You think? That's like government people, isn't it? It's like the army, and then they've got like
So
a
it might not
boss
be
man.
Zemo. That might be...
That could be a girl, maybe?
No, it's
one
not
of
a
the
girl.
gang?
It's a man.
Looks a bit too smart to be Zemo, though. Zemo is
Ah,
like...
might be Thunderbolt Ross, you know.
Do you think?
Imagine, right, so there's only a certain number of people who, when the name is brought up, would bring this many people with guns.
Okay.
So it's not Sam, it's not Bucky, because we can see that it's not them. It's not... We don't think it's
I
Zemo,
don't think so.
but it looks sort of like a thin... I would say it looks like a thin man who's rather small. I think it might be Thunderbolt Ross, you know.
Why would they be pointing their guns at him, though? Looks like they're pointing their guns at him. I thought this could have just been like a random gang member that, you know, I don't know. Or it could be Sam or Bucky, we've just been monks.
Way.
Very likely.
He's got a cut in his head. Love that. What the hell was that? Hold on. Sorry, Sharon. We know you're being awesome. Just give us 2 seconds. So that's in the place where we see them sort of walking, and then we later see them running,
Yeah.
and that's just a car that's taking a bit of a dump. Oh, I love this. I love that kicking backside.
About time she does something cool.
Do you think she's going to have a romance, or do you think it's just going to be...
I hope not. It was a bit pointless. The whole romance she had with Steve was a bit pointless, considering that it had no outcome in that movie or in the.
Other than the fact that he goes back and marries her aunt. Be weird. Anyway, what I was going to say was, how dare you say that she doesn't do anything cool? She does something cool.
Well, no. Okay, that was a bad word. She does something cool, but it's not like.
Not that cool.
No, like I feel like in this she's gonna have a more pivotal role. Whereas fair enough, she like fought Bucky a bit, and then was put through a table.
But she did the cool gun thing to Crossbones in Winter Soldier.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't exactly. She didn't fight him or anything. She held a gun to him, then he cut her arm up and took the gun off her. It wasn't. She didn't fight. You know what I mean?
She stood up.
That's the difference, though. It's like it's.
The price of freedom is high, Katie. Sheesh.
He's against me.
So yeah, that's Bucky getting his backside kicked by the three of them.
It's Bucky getting his backside kicked by Retribution.
Which one's Slapjack?
No, teabag.
T-bar, not T-bag.
I know. I just
So that's the truck that I'm labelling the Super Soldier Serum truck.
You think? Why? 'Cause it's red.
Yeah.
There we go. Confirmed.
So we're
Clickbait.
partners,
Co-workers.
not necessarily a team.
No.
Cool.
That's such a cool.
We look damn good, though.
See, that's when he does that thing. That's in there. We do. It's Bucky going, yep, we do. All right, not gonna argue.
I don't know.
It's gonna be so cool, isn't it? I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be damn cool. That's what I think. I was worried that it couldn't compete with WandaVision. Not WandaVision, WandaVision.
WandaVision.
I think it's gonna be cool though. I like that it's gonna be sort of a buddy cop movie, but well, it's not obviously a movie; it's a series. But
Yeah.
I think those two have got really good chemistry, and I think it's gonna be really good.
I just don't know. It's that thing of like I see like what people are saying on like Twitter and like Instagram and on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, like that's quite cool, like. And then like I watch the next trailer or like teaser, and I'm like, well, that just
You haven't got a clue.
gets rid of
Marvel
all that.
is the absolute undisputed king at releasing 1 or 2, 3 trailers and confusing you with each trailer. Normally, when people release a trailer, you can sort of go, okay, so that's what I think with this one. We know in the second one, and it's confirmed in the third. With this one, with Marvel, they just go, right, here's the first trailer, and you kind of go, okay, I think I have an idea. The second one comes out, and you go, well, I've got a bloody clue now. And the third one comes out, it's like, well,
It's just it's like the
It's a
Lannisters
different
send the
damn movie.
regards and
Yeah.
just
it's a different damn movie to what I thought it was.
I feel like if there's one thing we've learned from WandaVision though, it's that excessive fan theories is not necessarily a good thing. People shouldn't be getting the hopes up with this.
It's a fine line to walk, because you can either be like what we are, where we have our theories, but I ultimately trust Marvel to do the right thing,
Yeah.
because Marvel have never let me down. You know, they won't let me down. They never have. It's the wrong franchise, but I don't like when people, because WandaVision especially was a victim of it, where everyone thought something like Mephisto or
Yeah, they had all these
Nightmare
elaborate
or
ideas.
someone was going to come into it. Mutants, Fantastic Four, everyone thought something big was coming. It's like, and to be fair, it was still very big what it ended on.
I think that's the dangers of a series though, is that because it's like you have to wait a week instead of just like a movie and you watch it and you're like, oh, you know, it's you can't really like theorize during a movie.
Have you seen that meme where it's like WandaVision didn't meet our expectations, and then it's like expectations, and it's like John Wick coming through the portal, Fantastic Four coming through the portal, blooming Spider-Man and all that stuff, and it's like,
what were you expecting?
were you really I mean, I never at any point expected the X-Men to show up or Fantastic Four. I thought maybe Mephisto or Nightmare, but
I thought it might hint at them, but I didn't think I thought when it got to about episode 6 I was like, it's probably too late for them to introduce them.
It's too late to introduce.
But like I feel like because this isn't like, you know, it's like magic and like witches and all that stuff, it's probably not going to be as big of a deal in this, but I hope it doesn't, because I feel like that's shown. It's like you can have fan theories, but don't
get your
go,
hopes up.
oh my god, this is absolutely going to happen, and it's like, because it's just, I think like it lets you down if it doesn't happen, if you get yourself hyped.
I would say at the minute the only thing that's almost definitely confirmed is the fact that it's Steve's funeral at the beginning.
Yeah, but they haven't even confirmed it though. But I
No,
feel
they
like
haven't confirmed it, but I think with what we've seen, and
it's more than likely it's probably
it's almost definitely going to be Steve Rogers' funeral, and it's a way to kickstart the show, innit? It's because it's a sad show, but then they go, right, okay, let's get the sad stuff out of the way. Here's them being goofy now.
Yeah.
So that was our reaction to the final trailer for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let us know down in the comments all the theories that you have. Who do you think that group is? Because we haven't got the blooming foggiest.
I honestly haven't seen anything on who they are, which is surprising.
Who do you think the main bad guy is going to be? What role do you think ZEMO is going to play? And like the video, because it helps. Click the subscribe click the subscribe. What do I normally say? Click to subscribe and ring the bell to be I'm getting really bad at that, aren't I? Maybe you should take over. Take over.
Hit the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day.
Anything else you want to say?
I think the only thing that I want, like, this series to do is introduce the Thunderbolts. That's the only thing. I wouldn't be disappointed if they don't.
Red Hulk. I would like to see Red Hulk.
Well, if they do Red Hulk, it's kind of more than likely Thunderbolts is going to come into it. If they were to bring in him as, like, a character, then they really have to, don't they? But I feel like that's the only thing I want them to do.
Thanks for watching.
I need to know.